February is recognized as Black History Month. For Minnesota State University Mankato's Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, otherwise known as DEI, gives an opportunity to raise awareness during the month, especially in learning about Black history and honoring the contributions of everyone in building America.
History books, but there's a lot of other parts of people who have made this a great nation that sometimes may have got left out of the history books for whatever reason or reasons. And we think it's important, especially as a place of higher education, that we let everybody know all the different peoples that made this nation great.
The first event is this Wednesday. Black Student Union Bingo Night is from 5 to 6:30 p.m. in the Centennial Student Union.